In life, there are no do-overs, but if there were, Chinedu's ready. He's had plenty of time now to construct this list. 5 things he would change in Houston Texans history.
Hey guys, it's Chinedu, and this is Ice-T. But for the sake of this video, we're gonna pretend that it's something a lot stronger. Because being a Texan fan, it definitely makes you wanna... Here are 5 events that I would change in Houston Texans history. Number 5, the draft pick. The year was 2006 and the Houston Texans were struggling at quarterback. David Carr was a human sack machine and it was time for a change. Intro a young quarterback in college who had just won the Rose Bowl by the name of Vince Young. Even if they don't get him, there's this other guy, a running back by the name of Reggie Bush. Have you heard of him? He could be good too. And with the number 1 draft pick, the Houston Texans select Mario Williams. Mario Williams. Instead, Vince Young will sign with the Texans and will stay there until his actual retirement in 2014. The offensive combination of Vince Young, Arian Foster, and Andre Johnson will see tremendous success in those years, including a Super Bowl win in 2009 against the Arizona Cardinals. No, the Steelers don't win that year because the Texans go on an absolute tear of the AFC. And where was Tom Brady in all of this? Oh, he was on his couch, because this is the season he went out with a season-ending knee injury after week 1 and was replaced by Matt Castle. Is that a coincidence? Vince Young will retire in 2014 as he did in real life, leaving the Texans needing a new quarterback, which takes us to number 4, the Osweiler Contract. In 2016, the Houston Texans signed Brock Osweiler to a 4-year, $72 million deal with $37 million guaranteed after watching him play all of 7 or 8 games for the Denver Broncos. Wow. So you might be wondering, how did Brock Osweiler do? He was gone after 1 season. $72 million. The Texans will not sign Brock Osweiler. Instead, they will move up the backup quarterback who's already with the Texans, Case Keenum. Yes, the hometown Texas kid will take over for the Texans for the next 3 seasons, and he will light it up. Case Keenum will be the quarterback for the next 3 seasons, making the playoffs twice. Case Keenum will then sign to a great deal with the Minnesota Vikings. We'll all be sad to see him go, but hey Case, here's a 4-year, $70 million contract in Minnesota. Go tear it up out there, man. Go Cougs. Case Keenum leaves, has a great career in Minnesota, and the Texans sign their brand new quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Yes, sir. Number 3, releasing Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson should have never left the Texans. There should not be any photos of him wearing Colts or Titan colors. Not no way, not no how. We fixed this. He stayed the Texan, always and forever. Great guy, great football player, and clearly great boxer because he beat the brakes and tires off of Cortland Finnegan. Do y'all remember that? Great Texan history. Number 2, that Chiefs game. Now when you're in the lead 24-0 in the first quarter, any other team, that's the game, not the Texans. Instead, we blow a lead by bad calls and bootlegs and never gain it back. And not only did the Kansas City Chiefs take the lead back in the first quarter, they won the game. And guess how far they win the playoffs? This was the second biggest loss in Houston football history, only behind the Oilers and Bills those many Warren moons ago. This boils down to bad coaching. Bad coaching, bad coaching. So we gotta do something about O'Brien, right? Guess what number 1 is? And at number 1, the promotion and the trade. So after the biggest loss in Houston Texans history, not only did Bill O'Brien not lose his job, but he got promoted to GM. Hold on guys, just. And then he trades DeAndre Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the NFL, for nothing. Oh man. If you want one person to be the GM and the head coach, you own the team, that's fine. But how about we do this? Instead of promoting O'Brien, he is in fact released 2 days after the loss to the Chiefs, and he's replaced by somebody who I think needs a change of pace, a change of scenery, somebody who at 68 years old could probably use some warmer weather. The Texans' new GM and head coach is Bill Belichick. Hear me out. Bill Belichick was grooming Jimmy Garoppolo to be Brady's replacement. Brady didn't like that. Brady got rid of Garoppolo. Now Brady's gone. What does Belichick have left? Pretty much something of nothing. But who do you have in Houston? Deshaun Watson. Plus an amazing cast of receivers, running backs, and defensive players. Oh, Belichick got some weapons now, including DeAndre Hopkins, because Bill Belichick will have enough sense to know that you don't trade a star receiver for a handful of magic beans. And those are 5 things that I would redo in Texas history. Back to the studio.
Thanks, Chinedu. Agree with Chinedu? Hate his opinion? Disagree with any of ours? Let us know. Maybe we'll use it on our next show. And it's back, professional bull riding in the middle of a pandemic. How is this show able to return?